Yeah. So can you please tell me what is escalation rule, Hurmat?
Escalation rule.
Yep.
Suppose escalation rule can be done in lead and case object. Suppose if any case has been created by the customer, uh, then if we want to escalate and it's not resolved within the time, then we can escalate it by using the escalation rules of cases, and similarly we can do that for lead also.
Okay, fine. Okay, so do you know about omni-channel and live agent?
No. I heard about it, but I don't know what it does.
Okay, Mansa. Mansa, are you there?
Are you there?
The same, Amarjit.
Same,
I
Amarjit.
about it, but I have no idea what it
Okay.
does.
So we have two things. One is omni-channel, second is live agent. So live agent is retired now. It is retired means it is used to a classic version. Omni-channel is advanced version of live agent. So that is a part of our our service console, or we can say it's a service cloud. Okay. So in the like, why do we use like, what is the main difference between live agent and omni-channel? First difference is, like, it is available in classic. Live agent is available in classic, and omni-channel is available in lightning. Okay, so that's why, so this is a latest one, omni-channel latest one, so we should use omni-channel only. And but why do we use all these things like omni-channel, live agent? So that, let's say you are you are going to any website. Okay, on that website, so you can chat with, let's say on the Amazon website, we are going to Amazon, and you want some information related to some product or something else. Okay, so let's say your payment is deducted, and might be any support you are looking for, okay, from Amazon side. So on that site you will go and you will chat with the client, with representative, you will chat with them. And so let's say if you are saying in Amazon, different department is there. Let's say if your issue related to payment, then they will assign your case to payment. Like, this is case assignment rule will work here. So if you will chat on Amazon related to payment, then that will be your case will be transferred to financial department. If your case is related to let's say it's related to your any other departments, let's say any hardware and software department, so according to that they will automatically be assigned as per your chat. Okay, so that is a use of. And assignments, like case, if you are using the case assignment rule on that scenario, so case assignment rule means the owner of the case will be changed. The owner will be if owner is changing, that it means we can say that this case is assigned to particular user or particular queue. Okay, so queue and user will comes under this picture. And so that's the thing. So one more thing here. So let's say as a oldest way, so earlier what we were doing, so we were just saying, let's say we are chatting with Amazon. So what Amazon was saying, like, all the representative are busy with other customers, so please be on a call, so be on a chat, or else you can contact us after 15 minutes. So these kind of things is happening, it was happening. So to bring a new things, like because of these things, so what is happening now? So if you're chatting with customer, if you are you are chatting with representative, if some of the let's say I'm me and my friend, and I have a 20 we have a 20 teams, you are my client, and you have some laptop issue related to payment and all. So you are chatting in my website, and let's say I'm busy that time, and I'm your case will not assign to me. Okay, if one of the representative is free now immediately, then it will automatically assign to that person according to the free zone. Okay, so that's the main benefit of omni-channel. So you have a doubt or you cleared?
Like how omni-channel we can in Salesforce, how it is working. Like if you can give us a scenario so that we can work upon it. I'm not sure. Like
See, so what then first step, then how to create omni. I will do one thing. I'll share the one video with you. That's a YouTube video. That's a very nice video. So I'll do one thing. I'll share the video and let me tell you. So in the omni channel, if you want to use omni, so you can go classic or lighting anywhere. So you will quick find box. You will enter the omni channel and you will enable the omni channel. According to that, you have to set up the configurations. There are like few configuration which you need to set up it. Okay. So if customer is available, then it will be show the available status. If it is no offline, then it will show the offline status. So we have, if you are creating if you are creating a custom application in Salesforce, that time we have two things. One is console. Might be you heard about console. Okay, but I think you did never work on the console. But that application is saying if you are going there, so it is just saying, so do you want to, there is two radio buttons. Like if you go to there, let me just tell you the exact name of that app.
so, Amarjit, like here Salesforce will work as a client or what?
No.
Can
Salesforce will see, Salesforce will in the Salesforce, let's say if someone, we are integrated Salesforce with third party. Okay, third party applications, a website. So if client, Salesforce is not a client. Client is different. Client, Salesforce is not a client. Salesforce is providing a service for client.
Okay.
Okay.
Ajit,
Huh?
we have a doubt. Like, can we take Omni channel as a chatbot, or else it is a third-party application we need to integrate?
No. That is not a third party. That's a part of Salesforce only. So let me just share my screen and let me just show you.
Yeah.
Like this, my office. Let me just apps. Are you able to see my screen now?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. See, we have application here. So if I click on new application, then it will ask us the name. Okay, let's say anything. I can give the name. If I click on next, one second. It should be new only, but this is my sandbox. Might be they have made some other function. Let me go my own. Okay. So in this one, I'll go to apps.
Window is connected.
Now it is saying custom app and console app, right? So we know about custom app. If you are going to create some custom app, that this application we can create from custom app, right? So we have one more option is a console, right? So for that, we'll click on next button. It's a part of service cloud. It's a service. Okay, accordingly, what you want to add accordingly, if you want to case it by default edit, so accordingly, you can add as a like multiple.
So in this app, you are adding multiple objects, correct?
Tabs, not objects.
Yeah,
Ah,
means yeah, tabs.
Okay, so we created our console app. So this is my console app. So if I'll go to console app, where is it? Console app. Yeah, that will be,
Service
sorry.
Service apps.
Exactly. So that will be visible in this mode. Okay, so you are able to see the case and all. Okay, accordingly, so that will be added in the chat box. that will be added. You will try. I'll give the, it will like little long means it might be consume around 20 to 30 minutes to configure the application. Okay, at the initial time. So I'll send you the video. So what will be happen? So if any case will come here, no, sorry, if I will do the chatting, there will be one chatting box in the bottom of the this case. So if I'll chat, if I'll, let's say as a customer, if I'll chat there, so if I'll say something like this, I need this help and all, so then case will be automatically assigned to particular user. So let's say if I'm saying like change owner, so very change owner, sorry, if I'm saying the change owner, so here we are doing manually. Here we are doing manually. So what will I do? At the backend, I will do the case escalation rule. The case escalation rule, what case escalation rule will do? If my status is changing, if my status is changing from new to anything, then it will automatically be assigned to particular user. Okay, so when a customer will chat, if customer is changing the status, then it will automatically be assigned to particular user. And how it will work means how it is looks like. So Omni channel setting, you'll go there and there is one checkbox, so you will make it true. Accordingly, you can click on the save button. So accordingly, regarding omni channel, previously we had only one omni channel, so now omni channel we have multiple things here. So you have to start from this. You have to do service channel routing configuration, present status. Present statements is online offline configuration, and this decline reason. All these things you have to do in omnichannel. This is a part of service cloud, and this is very important. It's a heart of service cloud, I can say. The rest of the things you don't need to be worried about all these things. Okay, these are additionally, if you want to add, then you can go in the depth, otherwise it's okay. So let me just go to YouTube and let me just find the one Jitendra Jha video. I think yeah, this one. I'll do one thing. Let me just share on the chat. If you can copy, that's okay. Otherwise, I'll share on the WhatsApp group as well. Okay. So that is the thing. So it is like 11 minutes video. So you have to watch. That is very nice video. Okay.
29 minutes video, na?
Sorry.
30 minutes video.
No, 11 minutes. One second.
So live agent also works similar kind of that,
No,
but
no.
it was working.
No, you don't need to learn about live agent. That is the oldest one.
Yeah, means it was earlier in
Ha,
classic.
it was earlier in classic. Live agent is not supported in Lightning.
Amarjit, I have a doubt. So,
Hmm.
in the interview point of view, if we say that we are aware of omni-channel that works in Service Cloud, right?
Hmm.
But we have worked on, earlier we have worked on Sales Cloud. So, as a developer, whatever you have shown till now comes under admin part, right? So,
Ah,
do we face any questions related to the developer part? I mean, back-end coding
uh-huh.
related questions?
Right. Yes.
But we are not aware of that. So
Means you are asking like sales cloud development, right?
yeah,
Right?
yeah, only to get into safe side in the interview part.
No,
So it
you are
was
asking me
to
what
learn.
scenario comes under the what is the coding scenario for sales cloud,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. No, no. For Sales Cloud, that's fine. I'm asking about the Omni channel.
Actually, omni-channel in coding, no, they won't ask anything related to coding and all.
Okay, fine.
There is nothing.
Okay.
Okay. So I shared you one video, so please watch that one, and that is you will get lots of understanding from omni-channel, and that's the thing. Okay, fine. That was related to omni-channel only, and okay, fine. So I have one custom application, so it is not visible in Lightning. So why? I created a one custom application in Classic side. How can I make enable for Lightning?
Mm,
You know or not?
maybe in profile we can give that app access for Lightning. I'm not sure.
Okay. So let me just click on edit button.
Mm,
Okay. So there is one checkbox showing Lightning experience.
okay.
Okay, if it is not checked, then it won't be showing the Lightning.
Okay.
Mujit, can you show it in Lightning?
This is my
Page.
office sandbox actually.
Okay.
Okay. So I can't make any changes. Might be impact for business.
No,
But
I'm not asking you to check it and show. I'm asking you to show this option in the Lightning experience.
no. See why it is showing in see, this is showing in Classic only. This won't show in Lightning experience
Oh, okay.
because what is the
So,
use?
so Amarjit, we can't create apps directly when we are in Lightning experience.
No, we can.
Then if we create
See,
at that time also,
we can create if we are creating a Lightning experience. Sorry, if we are creating any custom app, we want to make enable in Lightning sorry, in Classic and Lightning, so we can create from Classic side. But let's say these kind of things we can create from Classic side, but Lightning app won't be visible in Classic. Lightning app won't be visible in Classic, but this
no, I
application.
mean, I just my question was like if we create the app when we are in Lightning experience, so at that time also do we have to check that checkbox, or it will directly open in the Lightning? That's what my
No,
question is.
that will open directly in the Lightning.
Okay, if we are creating that app in Classic, then we have to check the checkbox to make it visible in Lightning. Like that checkbox will come at that time, right?
Right.
Okay.
Okay. So app manager.
So this is the app. So it will be available in the launch app launcher.
Yeah. Right. So let's say if I'm going to create some of the application here, so let's say it's a test one. See, it is showing it's a Classic app. This is a Lightning app. It's a Classic app, Lightning app. Okay, whatever apps we have. So let me just open like both the apps. So we created test now, right? So let me click on.
I'm not sure. We are not able to see. Yeah. Okay.
So this is my application. Okay, so then what is the use of that like in Lightning and all, right? So these are the things which we can do. Okay, so we have two type of applications. It's a like Lightning and Classic both. Okay, so I have one question
Got it.
to both of you. So let's say I have a requirement. So there is one custom object which I need to create, there are around 50 fields, around more than 50. Okay, 50 fields
Mhm.
which I need to create, and yeah, I need to create it. So how much time you think that it will take? If you like, which approach you will follow? Let's say it is 200 fields you need to create, and one in one object. You are setting the like data model and all.
Generally, what we do is we go to the objects and then we create the fields on that. But I think there is some workaround related to it.
If those fields were already in the Excel sheet, then we might do it in 10 to 15 minutes.
In Excel sheet we have, then it will take. If it is in the like WordPad, then in Notepad, then what is the benefit of Excel sheet? Somewhere you are right, but yeah, I just want to ask. Excel sheet will work here because if we are thinking that to bulk things, okay, we want to create in bulky file, so definitely that time that will work, right?
Because while uploading, it accepts only CSV files and Excel files. So that's the
Okay.
format we follow.
Let me show you. Let me show you. So this is my
Yeah.
create create object from spreadsheet,
Yeah.
right? So accordingly, okay, fine. So we will upload the file. Okay, whatever file do we have? Let's say, let me go. So I have this code. So even I'm not aware what do we have in this one. So, but yes, I have a sheet. Might be Excel sheet only. Excel sheet. I think we have command element. Okay, so we have 3 columns in this sheet. So let me just show you the sheet as well. So it was code coverage. It is showing code coverage. It was showing code coverage. Apex, first is Apex class or trigger. Apex class or trigger. Second line number line codes covered. It's uncovered. So these kind of things. The test class Excel sheet I have. Okay. So these things like these. Let's say this is my. These all are my fields. These all are my fields, and this is my coverage 21. This is my object name. So what I want to do, let's say it is by default, it is showing, if it is showing number and something like this, by default it will take automatically. If you want to change, then you can change it. So if I want to make it pick list, then it will be pick list, multi-select, pick list, or what. So accordingly, if I want to like do something according to like requirement, so data types we can change it, and directly I'll click on the next button. Yeah, creating an
But
object.
suppose Amarjit, it's of pick list type. Okay.
Then
And
we can do.
no,
Then
like
what?
something we need to add
What?
if it is restrict a pick list value or something. Can
No,
we do that
restricted
from the Excel?
pick list. Okay, you want to make it a restricted pick list, right?
Yes.
Restricted, I think it should be, but need to check. Let me just go back. अरे गुरु हो जाओ. लेके जाएगा पीछे. Our this object is created. So what was the object name? It's a file name. I'll show you. So let me just upload it again. I think pick list we have to make it manually, but it's better now. It's better than like do it manual activity, right?
Right. No,
Huh.
I just wanted to know. It's just for data type selection at that we can do, but manually if we have to add any extra thing or make anything changes, like
On a
if we
high
want to make
right, right.
like
Like
something
if you
we
want,
have to make as external ID or unique,
no,
then we have to go.
might be there might be some workaround in this only. So like what I know, I told you. Like might be something else in this one, but I don't think it might be. But yes, you can check it. You can check it Google. So how to make a restricted pick list from spreadsheet, a custom object from spreadsheet. So might be
Okay.
there might be some workaround. Okay, so let me just show you. So what we created now. So we created code coverage, this one, right?
Yes.
If I'll click on new button
So the object name will be created
by file name, Excel sheet
by the
name.
file name. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So whatever records do we have, so accordingly we can all the fields is coming here. Okay, like
Okay,
this.
got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, and I was thinking one question here. Okay, so let's say I have one question.
Wait, Amarjit, just one. Suppose I mean we want to change the API name of the fields, like whatever the uh, fields we are giving on the sheet,
You
it is
can do.
that
You
we
can.
can do.
1 second. Huh. If you want to change the field name, like API name, then you can change from here. Let's say this one.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. So I have one question here. Apart from this, let's say, yeah. So let's say I have 10 record in I have 10 record in Excel sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I have made one date Excel sheet and I created one duplicate rule. Okay. And there is nothing in my database. And I have 10 records in the Excel sheet. Okay. And duplicate rule is also there. Like duplicate record should not be entered in database. Okay. Or
Okay.
we can say, we have like 2 records in database, which is nothing is there. So we'll make it another question then. So nothing is in database. And I have 10 records in Excel sheet and a duplicate rule is also enabled. Then it won't allow us to create new records if email is duplicate. Okay. So in out of 10 records, so 5 record has duplicate value, duplicate email ID, and sorry, 7 record has duplicate value, duplicate email ID, and 3 record has unique value. So what will be the result if I'll upload with data loader or workbench? So how many record will be passed?
Can you repeat it again? You have so many sheets.
So my question is, we have 10 records in Excel sheet.
Mm-hmm.
In 10 records, I have one email field in on that. So 5
Okay.
email is no, sorry, there is 7 emails which is duplicate. Duplicate. And 3 emails, remaining 3 emails is unique.
Okay.
And so, and I created one duplicate rule which is saying like duplicate record entry is not allowed in the Salesforce. So how many record will
Okay.
we insert at that time out of 10?
I,
3.
Nothing is in database. 3. How many?
Nothing is there in the database.
No, previously nothing is in database, but now I'm trying to insert the 10 records. Hmm? Hello?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know.
Okay. Mansa?
No idea, Amansu.
Okay. So my time record will be inserted to database. Nothing will be shown. Know why?
So the duplicate rule will get activated.
No, it
It
is
will check
activated.
in the database. If,
No,
no, it
duplicate rule
will.
is activated previously.
No. I mean to say the duplicate rule will work only if there are some records in database, and then it will check in the sheet if that is present. Then only
Okay.
it will.
Okay. Forget
Match.
about duplicate rule. Let's say I have created one trigger, duplicate email trigger.
Hmm.
Okay. And in that scenario, I
Okay.
want to, then how will I do it?
How
So how
will?
many code will be inserted in database if I have duplicate trigger? One second here, I'm getting a code. Till time you can think. हाँ जी हाँ
Uh,
लॉजिक सोच के देखो सबसे पहले
it
देखो
will be the 10 records will get inserted
why
because we check the things which are there in the database. Then we check whether it's a duplicate or not. Since it's newly created, we'll not be able to check those with what we are giving in the sheet and what is there in the database.
are you sure
Yes.
Mansa
If we put size greater than 0, then it means something is there in the database, then only we are. But if there is nothing there, then obviously size is 0. Then how we'll make the comparison?
yeah Mansa can you please explain if you have idea
Actually, I did not get the question.
question so Hama, can you please explain to her
So what for trigger or duplicate rule you're saying?
trigger
So Mansa, what he says is like earlier for duplicate rule, he was telling that we are giving 10 records. In that 7 for email, we are checking if 7 the emails for 7 records, the email are same, okay, and for 3 records, the emails are new. So we had the duplicate rule, but now for trigger, the same thing he wanted to check if there are duplicate emails, then how it will insert, like how many records will it will get inserted, because 7 records of same email and 3 records of different emails. So whether it will insert 10 records or how many records it will get inserted if we are
Zero
checking for
records.
duplicate.
No, 10 records not will not get inserted
why
because matching rule will be. I mean, when we when we execute the duplicate rule through Apex trigger, matching rule will be on checking with external ID or
no
else ID.
matching rule is not there
I
duplicate
mean,
rule
like
is not
duplicate
there
rule. Yeah, duplicate rule.
is not
No,
there
no duplicate rule means in Apex trigger only we want to achieve this.
Okay, no idea that.
okay yeah 10 Urmat is correct so what we have to do see uh, huh. So what we will do, so let's say I have 10 record in the database, from trigger, what will I do? I'll write the one SQL, right? So what SQL will do? So let's say I'm writing a trigger.new. So my new record, list of new record will bring it. So if I'm going to create a new records, update the records. So that time I will compare with SQL in where clause, right? So whatever data will be,
Right.
so whatever data will be fetched from the database, then we can do it. But if I'm going to create, if I'm going to create totally new records, like I'm going to create totally new records, there nothing in database, there are 0 records in the database, and we are finding out if there is something, and if the size is greater than 0, it won't show any size is greater than 0 because there is nothing in database. It won't query anything.
Okay.
Understood or not?
Yes. Yes, Amarjit, understood.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. So there is one question here.
How we
Let's
can
say
achieve this?
explain ना, बता तो दिया.
I mean, no, how we can achieve this? Like, suppose we
No,
want
no,
to
no, 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 no. We cannot.
check.
We cannot.
We cannot. Okay.
No, we cannot. Okay. So, okay, fine. So there is one question here. Huh. Let's say my lookup field is mandatory. I'm deleting the parent record. So what will you impact to child record?
Your lookup field is mandatory,
Hmm.
and you're deleting the child record.
No, parent record. In case of master, if we are deleting the parent record, child will also get deleted because of required field, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But in this scenario, so my lookup is mandatory. So if we'll delete the parent record, so will it be work as a master detail or not?
Wait, let me think. Uh,
It won't
no,
work.
no.
दोनों को आइडिया एक बार में ही है. अच्छा. What no? Means 9.
Means it will not delete the child record.
Okay, Mansa.
It will not insert the record because we are
Oh, we are
deleting the
not
parent.
inserting. We are not inserting. We are deleting.
Okay, it will delete the child records.
If you are deleting the parent,
Yeah.
no, nothing will impact to child because it's a lookup relationship. Even it is mandatory, then it will not impact.
Yes.
Okay, so please join again. So 1 minute is remaining. So please join again. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Okay.